Hello everybody, I'm Kamalea, welcome to my channel. And today I just dug out, or not today, actually yesterday, because it took some time to get this running. I dug out one of my very old games, or quite old games. I'm really a big fan of old games. I quite often replay old games that I own, or just find old games for the first time that I didn't play back then when they came out. And yeah, this time it's time to replay one of my old favorites, or old favorites of a certain genre or style of games. This game is The Wheel of Time, and it's a magical FPS, kind of. Why I think it's so great? In its category, it's one of the best licensed games, or one of the few actually good licensed games there is. It's one of the few licensed games that didn't just use license to kind of cash in money, get people's, I don't know, people being a fan of the series of whatever license you're taking. They generally tend to buy stuff just because, well, yeah, I want to play a Batman game, I want to play a whatever my favorite thing is game. Sadly, most of those games are shit. This one, turns out, is pretty good, actually. And it's also one of the few licensed games that treats the source material quite well. It doesn't really follow the stories of the source material. Makes up its own story that doesn't... yeah, but it would fit into the story of the books. So it's a book series that's a high fantasy series called Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan and then finished by Brandon Sanderson. And it's essentially it's your basic high fantasy story. Good versus evil, the dark one is breaking loose, and he's like the big evil source of all that's bad and unjust in the world. And the good guys have to fight against it, and there's magic and stuff like that. And yeah, this is the game for it. It came out in 1999. It got, as far as I remember, reasonably quite good reviews actually, but it didn't sell too well, wasn't too successful. I think mainly because, well, it's a first-person shooter, but it's also a magic style game, or has a magic background, magic lore and stuff like that. And I think most FPS players, especially back at that time, preferred, or I mean up to this day, prefer their FPS to have guns and stuff. And most people who enjoy magic and all that stuff prefer RPGs. Was back then the case, but now the case, of course, the thing for everybody, but I think that really hindered this game. But enough about that. Talk more about it during the gameplay. Let's start this. This is, by the way, not really part of the game. This is not a level. This is the main title screen area. So let's go into single player. New game.
Another age, called the Third Age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past. A wind rises in the Dragon Mount. The wind is not the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the Wheel of Time. But it is a beginning. The wind dives down through the streets of Tar Valon, the city surrounding the White Tower. Shutters slam closed in its wake. People hug their cloaks and race inside their homes. Without knowing why, they sense that the wind brings a chill. It has nothing to do with the weather. Elena Sedai, the keeper of the chronicles of the White Tower, the right hand of the Amelan seat, is touched by the wind. She shivers. Elena is Aes Sedai, but she can't channel the one power more than a trickle. Because of this, some wonder if her friendship with the Amelan isn't the only reason for her position. But few can question her mastery of the Tower's collection of Tir Angreal, artifacts from the Age of Legends that can perform wondrous tasks with the one power without requiring the user to channel. Elena is of the Brown Aja, one of 7 different factions in the tower. While some dedicate themselves to finding and eliminating men that can channel, like the Red, or championing worthy causes, like the Blue, the Brown Aja is dedicated to the gathering and preservation of knowledge. It's no wonder that Elena finds herself working late into the night.
What is that? A report from the expedition of Brown Aja sisters that I sent to the borderlands. And? It's not good news. They used the maps I discovered, but haven't found anything resembling a cache of Tirangrial or one of the Quendeler seals. Even worse, they've had some trouble with the local White Cloaks. Apparently, the garrison leader hates Aes Sedai.
White Cloaks?
That's a nickname for the army known as the Children of the Light, because of their white cloaks. They're fanatics. They claim they're battling the Dark One, but most of the time, they just terrorize the public. I don't like their tactics. Can you answer the door, Kieran?
You're the witch who can't channel, right? Where are the seals? Where are the seals? They've got to be here somewhere. This has to be it. I've been played for a fool. The seals aren't here at all.
We all grieve for the loss of Kirin Sedai, my child. I know she was your friend, but she was just one of 14 sisters murdered this night. You are the only surviving witness.
Witness to what? Who was that man? Why was he demanding the seals? I thought it was public knowledge that only the Amerlin knows where they are hidden.
Public knowledge inside of the tower. I believe that this was his first visit.
But how did he get in? How'd he get to my room?
Ah, yes. Despite the casualties, I doubt that he could have made it to your chambers without assistance.
Assistance? Black Aja.
I have no proof, so I want to hear none of this from you outside of this room. But I have suspected for some time that a few of our sisters have allied with the Dark One.
Who?
I cannot say. Not yet.
Why are you telling me? I was the only one left alive. Wouldn't that implicate me?
You're not Black Aja, child. I'd stake my life on it. In fact, I already have. This man was here to take our seals, although I can't guess why. But he didn't even come close to success. Either his attempt was poorly planned, or there's something here that we don't understand. Regardless, he did manage to murder our sisters and steal your store of Tir Angrial. And the whole tower knows about it.
That reminds me. There was a panel hidden in the wall of my chamber that I'd never come across. It held an unfamiliar Tir Angrial.
Yes, I know. I put that panel in your wall back when it was my chamber. The artifact inside was very important. This is what we need to discuss. The sitters of the hall are understandably furious. Right now, they are scattering our home guard into the countryside to search for the assassin, which they do against my wishes. Don't mistake me, child. I'm just as angry as the others. But I hesitate to leave the White Tower with a skeleton force to go look for a needle in a haystack. And this man carries my artifact. If he is discovered by someone not true to the tower...
I understand. What do you want from me?
I believe this is yours. It's a report found on your desk. Given the handprint, the man has obviously read it. The report claims that a seal might be located in the borderlands to the west. I thought that after his failure here, he might try again there. It was a flimsy lead, but I had nothing else. My eyes and ears along that path have confirmed that he is indeed heading southwest. They also tell me that he has surrounded himself with a regiment of Trollocs. This slows him down, and will make it difficult to cross the Manetherendril River, since he can't travel through Whitebridge. If you hurry, you should be able to overtake him in the woods outside of Shadar Logoth. Try to catch him before he reaches the city. You certainly don't want to be chasing after him inside of that cursed place.
Me? How am I supposed to handle an assassin and a regiment of Trollocs? I can't channel the one power more than a trickle. Even he knew that.
I can't trust anyone else. You've been studying our Tirangreal for years. No one is more proficient in their use. These artifacts can make you as powerful as any other sister, if not more. Take whatever we have left. Be careful, though. He's obviously been trained to use Tirangreal himself. Also, watch for any of our forces tracking the assassin. They may get lucky, and you must reach him before they do. Find this man and bring back what he has stolen. More than you know depends on it.
Alright, so this is the first mission. I'm now on the bank of the Manetherendril. And I have to try to track down the assassin before he can reach Shadar Logoth. And in doing so, I have to learn to use my Tirangreal to defend myself against his protectors, the Trollocs. Research what you carry by selecting an artifact and then pressing the F2 key. Gather any Tirangreal you can find among the remains of the Tinker's wagons. Some caravans are suspected to carry such ancient artifacts. Press F3 to proceed. Alright, so let's proceed. For some reason I started this mission in the air and fall down, which is a bit weird, but alright. So, one of the things that I think make this such a great adaptation of the source material is it keeps quite close to the books in many ways, and it has, if you visit many of the places of the books, look at those fish. Aren't those beautiful, beautiful fish? Oh, that's 1990s graphics for you. Beautiful. Well, it's there. You visit many of the places of the books, people of the books, and for example, these are, well, this is a very dead Tinker, and the Tinkers play quite an important role in the books. And the video mentioned stuff like the Children of the Light, the White Cloaks, who are also very important in the books and play a major role. So, yeah, sometimes it's just kind of name dropping, and that's a bit lame. Like, yeah, we ran into White Cloaks. Oh, okay, good enough. Sometimes it feels like they put that in just to mention White Cloaks, and have the fans of the series say, "Hey, White Cloaks, I know those. I've heard of those." But yeah, apart from that, I think the implementation is quite nice. Now, what this game didn't do so well, it kind of just throws you in there, tries to give a little bit of backstory early on, but if you don't know the books, I think you feel a little bit lost. Like, there's Red Ajah who hunts men. Why do they hunt men? Well, there is the one power, or the one source, which gives the Aes Sedai and everybody who can do magic the power to do magic. That's the source of their power. And it has a male and a female aspect to it. And the male aspect is currently, during the story, cursed, tainted, and every man who channels it sooner or later goes insane and starts killing everything around him. And that's not nice. So there's a specific faction of the Aes Sedai, who are now only women, whose main job is to hunt and kill them. Or hunt and bring them in and make sure they don't kill anybody. Personally, I'm of the Brown Ajah, so I'm a historian, essentially. Die. Die. Don't jump. Die. So this one is a Trolloc. They're in the books the main antagonist foot soldiers. So the main evil grunts. They're more or less a mix between humans and animals created by evil dudes. There's another Tinker. Any more stuff? No. This river. Now I hope this is quick save. Yes.
Blood and ashes. Aes Sedai, leave me alone.
I think that's the guy I'm hunting. That doesn't look good. Another Trolloc? Another Trolloc. Come on. Die. Don't run backwards into the river. That's very important. Alright, I need better weapons. Now, in the books, the limit of what people can do with the one power is... There's an upper limit of how strong they are, how much of the power they can use at a given time, and it tires them out, so if they do a lot, they get just tired, but there isn't really any other limit on it. So what they did for the story of this game, because they wanted stuff to have ammo, so this one, the air pulse is the only thing that doesn't have ammo, I can just use how often I want. Everything else has ammo. The story solution they came up with is that I'm the only Aes Sedai who can't actually really channel, but I'm the best at identifying and using these ter'angreal, which are artifacts that do one specific thing. They also exist in the books and play quite an important role there, these old artifacts. So that's how they came up with a more or less sensible story explanation for having ammo. I say more or less because in the story of the books, somebody who can barely channel would never become an Aes Sedai in the first place. But, yeah.
You are nothing.
Don't shoot me. That's another thing. The guys actually evade. Which was, I mean, by now, that's not too special, I think. But back in 1999, that was... It's certainly not the first game that did this, but it wasn't kind of unusual. So it was something special that the enemies were actually smart enough to try to evade your shots. And that's quite cool, I think. And I remember that I really liked that back when I first played this game. It really surprised me. Because while it probably isn't the first game that ever did this, it was the first game I played that did this. And enemies smart enough to evade, or at least try to evade your shots. And now that's just not nice. And the guys who throw stuff actually don't throw at the point where you're standing, but they throw at the point where you will be if you just keep moving that direction. So I can't just strafe to the side and have them miss every shot. If I do that, they will actually hit me, because if I walk sideways, they're not throwing at me, they're throwing at the point where I will be when the axe impacts, which is also quite nice. So I have to actually move around and weave. Don't get stuck, please. Oh, come on. Anything here? It doesn't look like it. So let's go back down. Some more Trollocs. Maybe get off a headshot before he actually sees me. I didn't. So this makes those guys actually somewhat hard to hit from a distance, because small target that actually evades your shots. So if I would just walk sideways, come on. I have to. Alright. Forget it. I think that mechanic wasn't for all enemies. enemy is actually the one where he hits me when I walk sideways. It's for the higher tier guys, or only to a certain extent. Something like that. It's been a while since I played this game. This is also straight from the books. The Trollocs eat people. So, this guy is somewhere. Though that part of the body looks... What's the... What? No! Don't drop my Terangreal in there. Ribs, maybe? Tasty. Ah yeah, so that's the edge where he was standing moments ago. Yeah, so that's the problem from that distance. Let those guys get in somewhat close to actually be able to reliably hit them with, at least with this umbrella. There are others, better ones obviously. Oh, now he's cooking. Oh, I've got the fireball Terangreal. That's nice. No. That was a waste. I'm guessing this one's better when you actually hit. Ah, hit both. Nice. So this is Shadar Logoth, or however you want to pronounce it. And again, this city plays a major role in the books. It's cursed in a way, but it's cursed by its own kind of evil. So it's not... It's evil, but it doesn't help the other evil. It just kills everything that goes in there. And again, plays a very major role in the books. In the books, the main characters go to the city, and one of them is foolish enough to take a cursed item from here with him, and that becomes a major problem. And it's just cool that they took the city and implemented it into the game. So let's go.
Move, you witless brutes! She'll be here any moment! Aes Sedai, witch! Burn you and your kind! Let me alone!
Yeah, so now I'm inside the city, and as she's saying here, she's not eager to enter the city. It fell into ruin thousands of years ago in the battle against the Dark One, but it became something sinister, an evil apart from the shadow. The assassin won't find any friends here, but the horrors inside await me as well. Which is pretty much straight from the books, because, well, the city doesn't care, it just kills everybody. So I have to track the assassin through the city however I can, and Shadar Logoth is ancient. The city may hold artifacts that could help you to keep you alive. I certainly hope so. I'm a little bit out of ammo. Oh, found fireballs.
Not kill!
That's nice. So, blood on the ground. Blood on the ground is probably always a good sign, right? Do I want to follow the blood on the ground? Oh, there's blood on the ground in every direction. How comforting. There's a dead female Trolloc. Oh, Tangria. Nothing there. Let's go to the other side. Seeker. Seeker launches an explosive projectile at a target, gathering speed as it hunts the target down. Unless countered, Seeker implodes upon impact. It was like nothing at all the thunderstorms in the world. No, it was like looking at all the thunderstorms in the world compressed to the size of a Trolloc's head. He could feel the Trolloc and Myrddraal dying. Feel the lightnings strike and kill. He could kill them everywhere in the world. The lightnings faded and died with the last shadow spawn. The spinning mass imploded with a loud clap of inrushing air. Nice. So, on top here you see earth, air, fire, water and spirit. Those are the 5 elements of the one power that you can channel, and everybody who can channel is differently strong in those individual abilities, and for some things, if you just want to make fire, you only need fire. For many things you need to combine different aspects of the one power. So this one uses fire and air. But I don't want to use that right now. So, yes, okay. That's dead. Pick it up, pick it up. I have to walk on it to pick it up. That thing just wants to kill Trollocs, I'm fine with that. I have no idea where I am. And this game... Whoa! Hey! That's not nice. Alright, let's heal. Okay, let's see if the other way helps. There isn't really a map in this game. This game came out before such commodities were generally included in games. Crushed by rocks. Is that just a corner? Yeah, it's just a corner. So I probably do have to go the other way. Somehow. Maybe I can jump somewhere. That sniffing in the background is a bit disconcerting. I think that thing that killed the Trolloc would probably also kill me. Or try to, at least. Jump there, and down there? Possibly. It's on the other side. More stuff. Oh, I can just walk down. It's probably safer than jumping. Whoa, kind of. Hey! Died with one hit. That's convenient. Now these things, I don't remember them from the books. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. Give me the fireball. I don't think that I can get through there. Okay, so this is not the way. Probably have to go over there. Maybe like this. Yes. Yes. Okay. Is he going to throw another fireball at me? No. That hurt. I should probably put on the shield. If I'm going to jump. Let's go places. I don't know which way I have to go. Why do I get fireballs? Destroy that. Destroy that. So those blue shiny things, that means that when I use it up, it will respawn. And that usually means that the Terangrial I'm getting here is important for some kind of mechanic to proceed the game. So whenever I see that, I know, something's up here. This is a dead end. Right between the eyes. Stop evading. Why did the other guy die in one hit and this one took so many? Maybe it got damaged fighting a Trolloc? I actually don't know if that's a mechanic. Oh, okay. So this is the actual the actual evil of Shadar Logoth. This is straight from the books. There's mist in this city that just follows people around and tries to consume them. And when it does, yeah, that's a problem. So the evading thing doesn't always work perfectly, like you just saw there. When you're shooting at the right distance at the right speed, they just go from sidestep to sidestep and don't really come closer to you. Shift Terangrial, that helps you to get through stuff like this. So that's why I had to fireball that thing. So we can jump over. Nice. Die. Good thing these creatures have fluorescent eyes. Doesn't really help with their camouflage, but it's good enough for me. More mist. Let's hope I don't get trapped in here. There's another thing that's always a bit weird in many games. I mean, my job is to follow that guy. You'd think that I'd run after him as quickly as possible, but because I have to kind of explore stuff to find the Terangrial, it's more, yeah, I see him running there, but there's Terangrial, I have to go somewhere else. Can I make that jump? Yes, I can. So the mist always goes back when I'm too far away. Let's go to the other side. And that was, yeah, this lack of urgency in a way, or almost forced lack of urgency, because if I run after him as quickly as I can, I would miss out on all these Terangrial, which make me stronger. So this would actually be not a good idea to run after him as quickly as possible. I think many games fall into that problem, where you have a story element that would make you ow, that would make you go as quickly as possible, and as I don't know if I want to step on that. Ow! What the? Around more. Yeah, so story elements that make you, or that would in theory make you run as fast as possible or follow the objective as fast as possible, but at the same time game mechanics that really encourage you to slow down and... Ow, wrong side. It really encourage you to slow down and look around, side quests or explore, and that can often get weird. I know that he isn't here, the assassin. I should hunt him. And this is gonna break when I walk on it, isn't it? If it breaks when I'm on it and doesn't break when this thing's on it, then I call shenanigans. Because while that thing is somewhat skinny, I'm a small woman. But it only blocks my way back. Hopefully that's not bad. really know where I am anyway. Come on. I don't know if 10 is actually the limit of how many I can have of those. So it might be useful not to stockpile too many. Do I have to go through there? I would be... I think so. I can't really go back. I don't want to go through that thing. Was actually easier than I would have thought. Oh, more of them. The way that mist works in the books is a bit different. Oh, more stuff. In the books you can actually stay in the city for a while. And the smaller the group is, the longer it takes the mist to kind of find you and get to you. It's kind of an entity in a way. It's actively hunting people, and it's easier for it to hunt bigger groups of people. So if you're a very small group, you can go into the city and you can stay there for a while. I think they sometimes stay overnight in the city in the books. But
This city is a cursed maze. Blood and ashes, where is the exit?
Stop, murderer!
Witch, this is your fault. The city will kill both of us, and it's on your head. Why didn't you just let me go? God!
well, sudden cutscene is sudden. And that guy is not really... He seems a bit clumsy, to be honest. So, the bowels of Shadar Logoth. The longer the assassin evades you, the greater the chance that he will die before you regain the Terran he carries. Find him quickly. Get the ambulance Terran back. Yeah, that's been my job for the whole time. I remember that. Oh, missed right away. So on this side. Quick save. More Tangreal, more power. So that's another one. Illusion Tangreal. Let's look at it. Personal illusion weaves your image before you, an ethereal copy of you, and leaves it there to fool others. Especially very magic-sensitive enemies, such as Shadar or Machine Shin. Although not solid, this image can be targeted by other weaves. It dissipates after some time. An image began to coalesce. He fought to picture himself in his own mind, struggled to make the image of what he saw in the mirror everyday shading. What he saw in a stand mirror dresser. Alright. I wonder what the others say, actually. So the dart, an air and fire Tangreal. The dart Tangreal focuses the one power into a weak burst of energy. Although a single charge may not necessarily inflict much damage, the artifact can spray multiple darts at a victim in a very short time. Yes, it can. His sudden roar made Egwene jump. Clapping a hand to his left buttock, he hobbled in a painted circle. Alright. Egwene is a character from the books. Air Pulse? Air Pulse pushes a small, quick weave of air directly in front of you at a very close range. If the blast of air strikes someone, the weave hits like a hammer, inflicting significant damage. The artifact continually replenishes its power from the one source, so charges are not expended. As if a giant hand had smashed him aside, he flew 10 paces through the air, crashing to the stone. The Fireball, which is pure fire. The fireball Tangreal launches a concentrated weave of fire. It explodes upon impact with anything except water, which causes it to fizzle. A head-sized fireball flashed down the street toward her. She leaped back just before it exploded against the corner where her own head had been, showering her with stone chips. Personal shield. It surrounds you with a weave that blunts all damage, dealing attacks, internal or external. It is a permanent effect, although it can be worn away by set attacks. Subsequent activation replenishes the shield's strength. Rand ceased sighting and channeled as the bolt flew toward him. It struck air, a silvery blue mass hanging above the street, with a clang as of metal against metal. So Rand is the main character, or one of the main characters, but the most important character of the books. And Saidin is the name of the male part of the one source. The tainted part. The female is called Shadar. And the healing? Air, water and spirit. With each activation, the heal Tangreal raises your health slightly. Yeah, very slightly, by 10. A chill rippled through him. Not the blasting cold of full healing, but a chill that pushed weariness out as it passed. Alright. Was I already on that side? I'm actually not sure. Well, if I wasn't, there's nothing. Let's go over here. Where do I go? Where do I go? There's a lever. Ah, stop annoying me. Ooh, get out, get out. So I can actually shoot the mist. Oh, come on, don't be an idiot. And I should activate a shield. So I can shoot at the mist, but all it does is it slows it down a bit. I can't actually kill it. But apparently it doesn't go through doors. I know it's in the mist. I was already here. Thankfully the game isn't too maze-like. Because no map and... Oh, come on. Very maze-like game, that would be a hellish combination for me. That one wasn't too difficult. You can jump up there. Apparently you can't. So let's go in front of there. Now I can jump. There. I want the Tangreal over there. Oh, it's on this side. No! Come on. And while I'm doing this, the assassin is getting away. But I get more shiny toys. Oh, 100 seems to be the upper limit of ammo I can carry for this. So that was pointless. Just dive down there to get that. Yeah. Decay Tangreal. I think that's new. Yeah, didn't have that. Water and spirit. For short whiles, decay slowly drains away both the target's health and the charge of all held artifacts. So that only makes sense against people who use artifacts. They would not die right away. They might even live to make it beyond the city walls, long enough for the dead to be far off, not here to frighten the next Murdral that came. Nice. So Murdral are... they're kind of the officers who control the Trollocs, in a way. Pretty sure those How do I get... Ah. Guess I can jump on that. And the Murderer also have special abilities. They're generally not very friendly. Quick save. Quick save. Quick save. Oops, so that I didn't want to do that. At least it died. Ow! I don't want to do that. Oh, come on. This is getting a bit much.
Leave me alone.
I didn't even see what he was doing. I was too busy getting hit by the mist and everything else. Is there anything down there? Yes, there is. What is this? Water shield. What do you do? Water shield forms a protective barrier that prevents all water-based weaves or environmental hazards from affecting you. Okay. The water roiled, throwing him about violently. No breath left. He tried to think of air, or the water being air. Suddenly, it was. So if I get this here and it replenishes, that usually means that I can do something with it. Maybe it allows me to breathe underwater. Let's see if I take damage by being here. So there's nothing here. Huh. But no mist, so I could have gone through those ponds or whatever those things are. Okay, there is mist here. Oh no, that's so I can't breathe underwater, so to speak, without the shield, maybe with the shield. But it decays quite quickly. So I'm quite sure I'll need it here. Oh, come on. Ah! So there's a current here that stops me from going forward. But with the water shield, I ignore the current. Hopefully one charge is enough to not die while going through this. Or at least there are more water shields. It's a water shield. Come on. That's another charge. Oh, I want to go to the other side, but I think if I do it now, I'll take more damage than that's worth. Let's go right. Vision is a bit crappy here. Ah, okay.
I know you're down here. I know you're following me. You want those trinkets I stole from the tower, right? Well, I hid them. I hid them somewhere in the city. You'll never find them without me. You need me, Shadar.
I need him. We'll see about that. So there's some kind of
I'm here. I can hear it coming.
puzzle here, or I just have to hit all the...
I didn't kill you in the tower. I showed you mercy. Thank Lord help me, I don't want to die. Save me.
Swap places, Tangreal.
Please. Please.
So I can just swap places with that thing. And I can't use the levers. Swap places. This Terragrial switches your position with that of your target. Swap places tricks any weaves that currently track you into now tracking your target, and vice versa. The sense of shifting, her skin trying to crawl, did not go away. So what I can probably do is just... hello there. Oh, come on. And it's trapped. That's nice. No, I want this one. Go up. Where? No, oh, come on. It's just standing there for a second. Can I destroy this? Yes. Stupid. Stupid. Go away. Ah. Ow. That took quite a lot. I don't think that was actually worth it. I think I lost more than I gained back there. Shouldn't always stand still when there are those mist thingies around. Oh, it's a Terragrial. I was thinking there's a guy standing there. Who lit these things? And why are they still burning? I saw you. Fork Terragrial. Helps me eat. Fork. Uses all elements. For a short time, Fork erects a shield. Although artifact weaves that penetrate the shield still affect you, a duplicate attack is launched back at the originator. That's actually quite funny. Balling her fist tightly, Egwene hit the woman as hard as she could, right in her eye, and staggered and fell to her knees herself, head ringing. It felt as if a large man had struck her in the face. That's funny. That's a funny ability to think. What is that? And is it going to try to kill me? I think the answer to the second question is yes. So I'll go the other way and then probably get forced to go through that. Oh, come on. Why did I see you coming? Ah! The other way was a horrible mistake. Why aren't you dying? And where are you going? Now I want that thing. I think I actually need it. Spirit shield. Does that help me against those things? They look spirity. Spirit shield forms a protective barrier that prevents all spirit-based weaves or environmental hazards from affecting you. With auto strength, Nynaeve wove a shield of spirit and hurled it between the other woman and Shadar. Tried to hurl it between. It was like chopping a tree with a paper hatchet. So yeah, Nynaeve is another important character from the books. This is more kind of name-dropping stuff from the books into the game, but I still kind of like it. And I'm out of healing. That's not a good sign. I'm quite certain that I need the spirit shield against those, whatever those are. So I'll just activate it. Yeah, that looks unfriendly. What? And I don't have healing anymore. I think this is time for my big... that is. I don't like it. So it's sending out those many fireballs can I think? Find another spirit shield probably. Oh, there was healing.
Now I have you.
You have me? You have, oh, it's dead. Good enough. What? Should have to fight him? Cheated. Oh, crap. Yeah, I remember when I use that, I actually take the damage. And of course I saved here and not have to... Damn it. So I have to kill it again, but... that's okay, it wasn't super difficult. That's good enough. Oh, it's dead. Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't come together with the other guy. Fireballs. Ow! 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 That was terrible. I just ate those fireballs.
Blood and ash.
I am so bad. Yeah. That wasn't great. Come on, I can do better than this. Sure. Healing. Myself up a bit. That. Get the spirit shield. Okay. Now you have me? Where are you? Crying out loud. More shields? No. Let's activate that. Let's activate that. Hopefully that distracts him.
Lie down. Blood and ash. Blood and ash. Enough! Spare me.
Light, you deserve to die 1,000 times for what you've done.
I was a pawn, a dupe. Ishmael set me up to die.
Ishmael? Not the Forsaken. He's just a children's tale.
One of the 13 chosen by the Dark Lord, probably the most powerful of them all. He's very real. If you'd seen what I've seen... You don't refuse Ishmael when he commands you, my dear.
You're a dark friend. He wouldn't be commanding you if you hadn't already promised your soul to the Dark One. And by the way you ordered those Trollocs around, I'd say you had some status. Trollocs don't obey pawns. They eat them.
Status? Not anymore, I'd wager. Ishmael sent me to the White Tower. I was to walk in, steal a Quendalar seal, and bring it to him. Agents inside were supposed to lead me right to it. Simple. Bloodless. Instead, they led me to your chamber, nowhere near anything that resembled a seal, and forced me to kill a number of sisters in order to escape. Now I've been marked. I won't be able to go anywhere without looking over my shoulder for Aes Sedai. My life is worthless.
If you want pity, look elsewhere. I'm waiting for you to tell me where you've hidden my trinkets. Otherwise, I would have put you down already, like a rabid hound.
You can't lie. All Aes Sedai are bound by the 3 oaths. Tell me that you'll spare my life, and I'll show you where the Tir Angriel are. Otherwise, we'll be sitting here a long time.
Why did you come here to hide? It's about the most terrible place I can imagine.
Out of the pot and into the fire, eh? I didn't choose it. I was heading back to Ishmael's fortress in the Mountains of Mist for lack of anywhere else to go. You caught me outside. I was hoping you'd be too frightened to follow me in. I was wrong. However, you're avoiding the question. Will you spare my life?
If you don't walk out of this city, it will not be of my doing.
I suppose that's as good as I'm going to get. Let's go. Just look! More gold than I've ever seen. More than I could have dreamed of. What can Ishmael offer that compares to this?
Where are my artifacts, hound?
Woof. Is that all you want? Look at this. There is more than enough for both of us.
My Tir Angrial assassin. Now.
Fine. They're buried in that corner.
Thank the light! Keep her. We need your help. We tracked the assassin to this city, but found the entrance blocked by rock. We managed to find another way in further down the wall, but it might as well be miles from here. Shortly after we entered, a swarm of those horrible creatures attacked us. We might have been able to defend ourselves against them, but the mist itself rose up behind us and killed nearly half our number. We scattered. Many of our party were separated. Even now they're somewhere out there. The few here managed to stay together. Our original entrance is blocked, so we decided to make our way here and try to dig our way through the rubble. We've made a lot of progress, but I think the city knows we're here, and it's sending its monsters to destroy us. The light send will have enough time to break through before we are all dead.
Alright, so that's the assassin dealt with, finally. And now we have to escape from Shadar Logoth. I'm now in command. And stay alive until dawn, when the city's forces will retreat. Then I can escape. Then we have time to clear the rubble in front of the door, or the main entrance. And in the process, I can defend myself and my troops, attempt to gather more Tangreal, or search for the missing sisters and warders. Fine with me. So there's stuff here. Friendly. That's safe.
You are with me.
Alright, so that's the first part. I have to splice in the cutscenes because something went wrong there. Horribly, horribly wrong. But yeah, that's the Wheel of Time. First part in the Shadar Logoth city. And I think it's a fun game, and there's something running at me, and I'm going to do something to kill it. Or I just die. Alright. That's good enough. I'm Kamaleo. Have a good time.